everyone, it's Eunice and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I am going to show you guys my full brow and foundation routine for my glammed up looks. Meaning I don't use this for every day. This is more of the foundation routine that I use whenever I attend events or occasions and I want my makeup to last throughout the whole event or whatnot. So yeah, if you want to see how I got this foundation routine, just keep on watching. Okay, so starting off with the brows, I've never thought that I would ever use this and would need it in like my entire life, but I first used the Benefit Brow Conditioning Primer. To be honest, at first talaga sabi ko, para saan ba yan? I feel like it's just a marketing scam, but I ended up liking it and it's now part of my brow routine. So what I like to do is I twist it once for each brow and then I just go in and shape my brow using this primer. I feel like it helps it maintain its shape para when you apply product on it like gel or when you start filling it in, it still upholds that shape that you want it para hindi siya all over the place. So I usually go for like a straight and then I arc it a bit at the end. So I usually let this dry for about 5 minutes and then I go in with my product to fill in my brows, which is the Benefit Kabrow in shade number 3. Sometimes I do use the brush that comes with it when I'm like in a rush and on a whim, but if I want it to be more precise, so for full glamorous looks, I go in with my Benefit Brow brush. So it has a spoolie on one side and the angled brush on the other end. So the reason why I like using this one is because it's really thin and stiff, so it really goes in and gives my brows those hairline strokes. So I dip it a couple of times in my Kabrow and then I just go in and draw a line on the lower part of my brow. And then I start filling in like the end of my brow. And then I start working my way toward the middle. So just using the excess product that I have from underneath and just brushing that up. And using that same product for the middle part of my brow. And then there are days where I feel like this is too dark, it doesn't look natural. I just go back with the spoolie and comb it a bit to thin it out. Okay, now I'm going to repeat that on the other side. Okay, so I'm finished with the brows and usually I put some brow gel after it, like the Anastasia brow gel or any clear mascara to help hold it in place. But since this is a new Kabrow, just opened it, it still is super waxy, so it's gonna maintain and I don't have to put any brow gel. And now let's get on to my face makeup. So it's always best to like keep your skin hydrated so that when you pile on makeup on top of it, it's not gonna look cakey and whatnot. With the primer that I use for my full foundation glam looks, I use the Becca Firstlight priming filter. So this is gonna help give my face a little bit of luminosity because the foundation that I use on top of this is a little bit matte. So I just pat that on my skin and making sure. Oh, and of course, I did my eyeshadow not on camera because, again, for this video, we're focusing on my brow and my foundation routine. So right after the primer, what I like to use for my full glam foundation looks is the Estee Double Wear Foundation. I do have dry skin, and this one doesn't cake up on my skin even if it has like a matte finish. Okay, I just poured too many on my hand, but I am in the shade Cashew and this is my summer shade. So this is the consistency. As you can see, it's really dark and I put a lot because a little goes a long way with this foundation. So what I like to do is just dip one of my maybe ring fingers and apply some foundation on my face. I do tend to focus on the cheek area because that's where I have veins, some redness and whatnot. So that's where I first put foundation and then I just use my beauty blender to kind of bounce around and blend that in. I try to stay away from my under eye area because I am gonna apply some concealer pa after so that it's not too thick. So just with the light hand, bounce it around lang. Para it looks full coverage pero medyo natural and blended siya. Now let's go in with the other side. So that's my foundation, and then we're gonna go in with the concealer. For the concealer, I currently use the Tarte Shape Tape concealer. I say current because I just discovered a new concealer, but it's not really my routine yet. So yeah, the Tarte Shape Tape, amazing. Enough said. It's all over YouTube, it's all over the internet, it's all over the world. Tarte Shape Tape is amazing for covering all the stress that you have under your eyes. A little bit of amount underneath my eyes. So a little goes a long way with this concealer, just so you guys know. And a little bit on my forehead, nose area, and underneath my brow bone. Then you gotta hurry because it dries out pretty quickly. So I go in with my beauty blender and immediately blend that in as fast as I could. Just with a light hand, of course. That highlighting and concealing, I'm going in with my Maybelline Fitme powder in the shade light medium. So this is the loose finishing powder, and I go in with my beauty blender, and what I'm gonna do is bake my face, of course, my under eyes, so that it lasts a little bit longer and adds more coverage. So since I do have dry skin, I don't leave this on for more than 5 minutes. What I like to do is I go in and do a little bit of contouring using my Kat Von D Shade and Light palette and my e.l.f. contour brush. What I like to do is dip it in the middle, and then that's what I use to contour my face. I do like to contour my cheekbones a little bit higher. If it looks like a line, it's totally fine. I'm gonna go in with my other brush. This is the brush that I like to use just to define the corners. And then it's also perfect for my nose. Oh, diba? And then I go in with my Sigma Small Contour Brush F35, and then I blend that in. Contour, what I like to do is finish the rest of my face makeup, as in yung excess powder from baking, I just dust that off. So using a tapered powder brush for underneath my eyes. And then I use this fluffy powder brush from Real Techniques and just dust that all over my face. Harsh nung pagka-nose line mo, just go in with a fluffy brush, tas blend mo lang siya. It's gonna look so much more natural later. Now, to add a little warmth to the face kasi sobrang light ko, diba? Sorry, my headband's like falling off. I go in with my Hoola Benefit Bronzer and an angled contour brush. This is the Sigma Large Angled Contour F40. And I just warm up my face a little bit. Like I said, a lot of times the blush and the highlighter depends on what eyeshadow I'm using, like what shade I'm using. So I'm not gonna include those two in my video, but essentially I put on some blush and then some highlighter, put on my setting spray, and then I'm done. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of my makeup and I'll be right back. Okay, so here is my finished makeup look, and like I said, this is just my full foundation routine, brow and foundation routine if I want to go full glam. So aka full-on eyeshadow. So I don't do this every day. I usually do it when I know I am attending an event or an occasion wherein I'm gonna be staying there for a long time and I want my full coverage foundation to last all night. So yeah, these are the products that I use. I just wanted to show you guys what I use and what I do for like full glam looks, and so that moving forward, whenever I film an eyeshadow tutorial or an eyeshadow look, I won't have to go through the whole foundation routine time and time again, because because usually I do the same things. This is like my summer foundation routine because whenever it's winter, when it tends to get a little bit colder, I don't usually use contour powder. I use cream contour in the winter months because I tend to gravitate toward more cream products during those months. But yeah, here is the finished makeup look, and if you like this video, again, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. And if you're wondering what products I used, I'll be sure to put all of the products in the description box. And of course, if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more makeup videos, vlogs, any beauty related stuff, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're not already. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!